Now then, happy Homebrew Wednesday everybody. This week I'm going to be bottling up my Balls Up beer, which has been dry hopping for the best part of 11 days. Should have probably gotten to this a couple of days earlier, but I'm lazy, so I haven't. But hopefully the flavours will still be fine. A couple of things to do before we get to that though. Two brew tubers have been nice enough to give me a shout out on their channels, so I'm going to reciprocate. First dude who gave me a shout out was the wonderful Tony Howard. He's a fantastic bloke. Down south, I know we're not all perfect. Doing all sorts of beers, got a lot of saisons on recently. Yeah, great little channel, suggest you check him out. And the other guy who was nice enough to give me a shout out was Cheshire Homebrew. This guy has a great channel. I really do suggest you check it out. He's got a lot of interesting thoughts. He had a very interesting video recently about bottle sizes and strengths and being careful about what you put your bottles, what you put your beers that require longer conditioning in. Check out his channel as well. I'll leave links to both channels down in the description. Please go and have a look at their channels if you're not already a subscriber. Second thing is, I want to say a big thank you to my fiance, who's bought me a couple of early birthday presents. First is this bad boy, bottling tree, which I'm going to be using shortly. Well, I'm using now, to be honest. And she's also got me a couple of hop plants, so you might get a nice video about planting those and watching those grow. She's got me some other bottling doohickeys, so that's all lovely. So thanks very much, Geeky Mum, you're the best. So on to the bottling. It's going to be a little bit different this time because the gravity last time I took the reading was 120. I'm not sure about how much sugar I need to add. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a sample, check the gravity, and we'll see what sugar we need to add. Alright, let's start siphoning this mother. Now, there has been some activity in the airlock, so hopefully we have had a bit more fermentation. But there's only one way to find out. So there it is, 8 bottles of the Balls Up beer, bottled, capped, sorted. One thing left to do, and that's to taste the sample I pulled off to take the gravity reading. Take you out. So, this one is quite cloudy. Yeah, quite cloudy indeed. Not sure how well you're going to be able to see it, but there it is. The last couple I've done have been pretty clear. This one not so much, and I'm putting that down to the insanely high mash temperature. But let's give it a sniff. After all, this was a dry hopping experiment to see what dry hopping is like. Oh wow, the aroma on that is so different to the undry hopped one I had, well, in the last Homebrew Wednesday video. I mean, it's the same smell, it's just, you know, punchier. Lovely, that lovely Cascade and fruitiness you get from the Cascade hop really packs a punch on this one. That's delicious. Only one thing left for it. Oh, it's not bad. It tastes different in lots of ways from the one I drank last week, which is essentially the same recipe. So it's you know, just Marisotto and Cascade, but it's very different. The hops are far more flavourful, and me being of an unsophisticated palate just loves being hit in the mouth with hops. So that's lovely, and that part of it is delicious. But it's not quite got the body, which is odd, because I always thought that if you brewed at a lower mash temperature, you didn't get the body in your beer. But maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. And maybe this is a full-bodied beer compared to the other one. But I'm not sure I can really taste anything past the hops. The hops are very intense, but delicious. Cascade is such a nice flavour, isn't it? Because you get that lovely tropical fruit note, almost like tasting a fruit salad. Not the sweets, like a proper fruit salad. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. So, it just goes to show that you should persevere with your brewing no matter what you're doing. I made a colossal screw up with the temperature of this beer, but I've still got something that's drinkable. That might just be because I've kind of masked all the flavours with mountains of hops. But that's fine by me, that's the kind of style I like anyway. It's actually got quite a nice bitter finish to it as well. Wasn't quite as present in the undry hopped beer. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. So I think one thing's clear. I'm going to do a lot more dry hopping, because the comparison between the undry hopped beer, which is nice, don't get me wrong, and that one are like night and day. And as I said, I may just have an unsophisticated palate, but I just love that hop punch. Yeah, so it's all turned out not too bad in the end. I've got something that's drinkable at the very least, and that's fantastic. So what's coming up next? Well, I'm going to be planting my hop plants. Probably going to do that tomorrow. I'll take some footage of that, and that'll be in a separate video. I'm planning another brew. I've got a bit of time this weekend, so I'll probably brew that. That's going to be that is going to be the Centennial Smash, recommended by Big Banana Brewing. And I've also got next week my Chinook single hop pale ale to drink, which I am really looking forward to. The sample tasted so good. I really want to taste a carved up one, because I think it's going to be fantastic, and I've got to dry hop that one as well, because I really did like the flavour of that one. So, other things I've got planned in the future. I really want to upgrade my equipment. I'm enjoying doing this small batch brewing. However, I feel like I want to do more. I want to have more of a product at the end. It's a lot of work to go through for just 8 bottles. And it's fun, don't get me wrong, but if I'm putting in a similar amount of work to get 20, 30, 40 bottles, then all the better. So I'm going to look to upgrade my equipment, try and get 5-gallon batches on the go. But I'm not going to be able to do that until June. Reason being is getting married at the end of May. Money's a little bit tight at the moment. Everything's going into the wedding fund. So in June, I'll have a bit of spare cash and I can get some stuff. So in June, expect to see some construction videos. Until then, I'm going to continue with the small batch brewing. I've still got plenty of hops I need to try. Centennial, Columbus, and Challenger all need to be brewed. So yeah, there's plenty of great stuff coming up. So stick around and watch. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, so you keep getting notified of all this great content I'm putting out. It is great. Also, please give me a comment or like the video. Really appreciate it when you guys comment on the videos and give it the good old thumbs up. I try and reply to all the comments, so keep them coming. Yeah, so check us out on Twitter, check out the Facebook page, and stick around for more great homebrewing content. Thanks for checking me out, guys.